In today's video, we are going to be breaking down Ja Morant and what makes him so unstoppable in the NBA. If you're looking to become more explosive and be able to get to the rim much easier, this is definitely the video for you. Make sure to go check out my hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below. Okay, so when he's driving past this main defender in this first scene, what we are looking at is a player who is getting his shoulders below the shoulders of his defenders. This is going to give you more leverage into your defender and also usually help you become more explosive. Also, he's using his off arm to try and remove the reaching arm of that defender. Once he gets past that man, watch how he's trying to attack the basket. He's keeping his head up so that he can have options to pass to, also to know where these defenders are. At this point in time, he takes his last huge penultimate step, which will allow him to explode up towards the rim. Here he's able to posterize Beasley and of course make him look silly. Now in this next clip, he's feeling his defender, knowing where that defender is. As soon as that defender makes that mistake and tries to reach over top of the play, which is what you should not be doing as a player, you should be trying to go underneath. At this time, Ja Morant explodes towards the basket. Watch what he does when he lands right here. This is very important. Anytime you want to change directions, you want to be able to do this. Stop on both feet and have both feet in the direction as to where you want to go. Because at this point, you just need to swivel your hips and you're already there. He has that zero step or that negative step so that he can engage his Achilles, he's on his toes, so that he can explode towards the rim. This is all extremely important, and he limits his dribble to only one. He takes then that massive penultimate step, and he's then able to finish right at the rim. Notice when he originally goes up, he fakes like if he's about to go up into that defender. He then brings that ball back down and around to be able to finish off the backboard. Also, in this huge block that he has right here, David, you pointed this out to me, and I do remember seeing it a little while ago, but this was a massive block. How did this happen? So, if you look back and watch this offensive player, if you're Ja Morant, you're focusing on this because you know this player is going to try and get around that main defender. You want to try and time those steps. One step right there, but he actually picks up off of his right foot, or technically left depending on who you are as a referee, but he goes left, right, and he goes up into his shot. At this time, Ja Morant is timing this and he's able to get that block. You always want to try and time that offensive player so that you can count the amount of steps that he takes so that you can get that block. Also, denied defense is very important. He's not reaching. He's going on towards that left side of that player. That player's momentum is going this way, but the ball is coming this way, which as a defender yourself, you need to be able to read this. If this player was coming off this way, you would not want to reach. But if this offensive player's momentum is coming this way and the ball's going this way, then as the defensive player, you can try to reach because you'll have a higher chance of getting that steal. This player should not have been moving towards half. He should have been moving towards the ball if he has a defender on him as tight as Ja Morant was. That's why Ja was able to get that steal and then he was able to finish. But what did he do here? Watch this. Watch his off arm. When he goes for that plant, watch what he does at the end. He does a quick chicken wing. This is extremely important. Referees don't usually see this, and technically, because this is your land right here, that's not really a push-off. That's just protecting yourself, because now you as a defender were in his land, in his cylinder, right there. See how his arm is inside of Ja Morant's arm. He can then lift that up, remove that player from that situation, and finish with his left hand. Also, being able to read defenders who are going in one direction and then spinning off of them towards the other direction is quite useful as well. Not really something that you're able to practice, but it is something that you can do potentially in game if your coach allows. Some coaches may say that's a circus shot and will probably bench you for it. Now, coming off of this screen, Ja Morant is really smart. Watch what he does. This player is trying to fight over top of that screen, so he cuts in quickly. That gets that defender behind him. At this time, that hedge man right there is pointing towards that sideline. His whole body is looking towards the sideline. Ja Morant cuts back in, obviously attacking that top foot, and then he's able to finish at the rim with a massive dunk. Now, you really want to limit your dribbles when it comes to your ability to score. However, first he goes through his legs to kind of set up the next move, because now the defender's on his heels. When he gets to his next move, that's going to be a quick hop cross or glide cross, whatever you want to call it, killer cross, whatever, and then he crosses back, and then he does a quick hesitation looking at that rim. This now has that defender standing straight up and on his heels. There's not much that defender can do. Ja Morant then attacks quickly, one more dribble, spins off. On that spin, he takes the dribble to keep it alive. That then loses that main defender. He can turn around and put up a nice little floater. Keeping your defender guessing with these glide crosses, hesitations, gets them onto their heels. If you can attack with one or two dribbles and then attack their top foot once again, this is their top foot, which means that you can spin off or attack that top foot again, and of course he's going to be lost. He also could have had a pass out towards the corner, but that little mid-range floater is very useful. Also, by understanding that when you're attacking the basket, especially if you get into this area, you can set out some hammer passes towards the corner, but when you're in this position, you're going to have a lot of eyes onto you, which means that there's multiple players who are wide open. Anytime that you get multiple eyes on you, you get multiple options. Here, he's able to kick that ball out for that three. So make sure to check out the hardest basketball shooting workout down in the description below if you're looking to shoot the basketball further and more accurately. Of course, hit that like button and subscribe if this video has helped you, and I'll see you guys again next time.